Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Harriet. Happy to have you on this Zoom call. And we are just going to go straight. We are going to say, how can you set your own strategy such that when you have a trade, you don't need to go and then reset. You do the settings again and again and again every time you have to put in a trade. So that's what we are going to look at. I know Leader Osama has ever talked about it, but again, we need to, let me repeat it so that if you did not attend that training, at least you are going to get from this one. And Haggard, you are most welcome. And iPhone, happy to see you on this Zoom call. Uh, hmm. By the way, you people, before I go to that, I want to let you know that we have started the bull run. Always people have been asking us, where is the bull run? When is it starting? When is it starting? The truth is, it is not going to it is not going to ring bells, but we are just going to see signs. I remember one time last year, I told people that one time, we shall reach a time when we are giving signals which are not for 1.3% take profit. I told people we shall start giving signals which are not for 2%. I told people that we shall start giving signals. The moment you start seeing signals of 5%, 10%, that will be the indication that the bull run has started. And indeed, it has started. For those ones who have been around, and this month, the whole of this month, at least you have been seeing the market. The market is moving. The market is moving. Yesterday, I saw the Bitcoin going to 37,000. Going to 37,000. And when I went back, let me just share with you my screen, and then you see what I saw yesterday. The Bitcoin we last saw it on at 37,000 last year around May. So which means it's around a full year. It has been down. It has been below 37. It has been below 37. So last year around May, yes, around May, that's when it last saw. Is it like that? That is the last time it was at 37,000. That was the last time. So let me put it here and then you see it before I continue. And then I go to how to set your own strategy. CRV, oh my God, it even surpassed the 5% I told you people. It has surpassed it. Yes, for those ones who saw the white soldiers. No, it has not yet. It has not yet got there, but it is almost getting there. Those ones who went into it again, it is going to hit there. The Gatli, the three white soldiers, they are here. The three white soldiers, this one and this one and that one. Of course, it has to go. And the Gatli predictor has been telling us that it is going to go. It is going to go there. So let's just keep waiting. It is going to give us money. But I wanted to see BTC. I wanted to show you BTC. BTC, so that you get to know that really we are in the bull run. It has started. The bull run has started. Okay, look here. I'm on my trading view. I am on my trading view. In fact, yesterday it kissed 38. Did it kiss it? Oh, I think it was slightly. No, it hit 37,900, not 38. So 38 was not hit. But let us see when it lasts. We last saw it at 37,000. I'm going to put monthly chart and then we see. The last time it went, it was at 37,000. The last time it was at 37,000. If we have to look at it, 37,000, where can we get it? It was last there in around here. Around here. I think you can see It was that on January 2022. That's when it last went. That is the last time it was at no, here on this one. It is May 2022. That's when it last. That is the last time we saw it at 37,000 around here. That's the time we last saw it at 37,000. So it did it again yesterday. So which means it has been in the dip for very many months. You can see for very many months it went this way, and now it is coming this way, of which we are going this way. You people, we are going this way. We are going this way. No matter the retracements that we shall have, but the main thing is we are going that way. Okay, that is not the topic for today. I just want us to look at what I want us to talk about today. How to set your own signal. How to set your own signal if you want to trade. First and foremost, you have to know how much money that you are having. The amount of money that you are having, you must be in the know that I am having my $1,000. I have my 1,000. You must be knowing how much money that you are having. For example, if I have $1,000, okay? If I have $1,000, that is the money that I am going to trade with. Number two, I need to budget for this money to cater for at least 40%. At least 40%. Why are we budgeting for at least 40%? Because the market can change anytime. Like yesterday, we saw the market was going so up, and everyone, we were jubilating, we were making rounds, we were putting the emojis everywhere. And before you know it, around 6:30, 7 p.m., we saw a boom. We saw a boom. We saw the market changing from green, which was 10%, 12%, 15%, and we saw it dropping. And then we saw coins going to negative 12%, negative to 20%. We saw it happening within just a few minutes. What does that show us? It can show us that the market can change anytime. So never be rest assured that it will be where you want it to be. For you, as you buy, you want the market to go up and then you sell. Whereas there is someone who is up, who bought, and then he wants to sell. So in other words, in the market, we are two people. We are basically two people. We are basically two people, the buyers and the sellers. The buyers and the sellers. So these ones, they are the main competitors in the market. They are the main competitors in the market, and everyone wants to take part of the bread, because the market, that is the bread that we are fighting for. The buyers are fighting, and then the sellers are also fighting to take part of it. So when we go to the market, don't just be rest assured 120% that the market is going to do what you want. Okay? Never be 120% that the market is going to do what you want, even if you have done a thorough analysis, because however much you have done the analysis, it is too thorough, you feel that it is too accurate, but you have no control over the market. For friends who are still new, I want to assure you, friends, you be in the know. This one, please know this one. The market is not your friend. Okay, the market is not your friend. The only thing the only thing which is your friend is the trend of the market. The trend of the market is your friend, but the market is not yours. It is not for your grandmother. It is not for your grandfather. What does that symbolize? It can change anytime. It can change anytime. The market can change. So why do we budget for at least 40%? Just in case you have entered the trade and then it has been going upwards, and all of a sudden the market changes. So you are not caught in a junction that the robot has nothing to buy with. The robot has nothing to buy with. So it is always important to budget your money accordingly, and then you don't need to fight to finish your money, because that is one thing that I see. People always fight so much to finish their money, but it is not right. Don't fight your money to finish it. So budget and then go by your strategy. And then one day, one time, all the money that you are having will be utilized. Someone can as well say, but Harriet, I have 1,000. This trade, I budgeted it. I budgeted. I wanted it to. I thought it would buy 16 margin calls, but it didn't. It bought only 2 margin calls, and it went up. It went with only $200. Yet I have $1,000. So the $800 is just there. The $800 is just there. Sagana, no, don't panic. Leave the $800 there. Let it go with the 200. When it sells, it is okay. You can put another, but don't fight. Don't fight your capital. Please don't fight your capital. Now let us budget. Let us budget. Let us budget for our 10. Let us budget for our $1,000. We have 1,000. $1,000. So if you're having $1,000, 20% of your 1,000 should be the money exposed to the market, especially with the first buy-in amount. The first buy-in amount. Your first buy-in amount, you who is having a $1,000, okay, put there 20%. That is 20% of 1,000. 20% of 1,000. That is too much. This is too much. Now, what do I want you to do? This 220% of your 20% of your 1,000, that is the $200. It should be budgeted to buy the first buying amount and the 4 margin calls. The first buying amount, the $200, let it buy the first buying amount, then the first margin call, the second, third, and the fourth. Why? Because these ones, they are counted, they are considered as one position, and they are only sold together. They are sold together, all of them. All these margin calls, they are sold together. You cannot sell them in real-time settlement. So that's why I advise, make sure that your 200 is divided to by the first 4 margin calls. How can you do it? You can as well say, I am putting my first buying amount at $50, then the first buying amount, and then the first call is 50. I'm buying first buying amount. I'm giving it $50. First call, second call, third, and fourth. I'm giving it 50, 50, 50, and 50. Meaning the 200 is finished. The 200 is finished there. And then make sure that the 200, or this, your 20% of your capital can at least take 4%. Okay, can at least take 4%. Or you can as well say, I want it to buy at 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, meaning it has bought, that is 2%. Remember, we said your trade should be covering at least 40%. So if we have catered for 2%, meaning we are remaining with 38%. I don't know whether you are getting what I am saying. We are remaining with 38% that we have to cater for. And how are we going to cater for the 38%? We are going to cater for the 38% with the $800 that has remained. Now, you can as well tell yourself, in the 38%, I want to have 50 margin calls. Okay? I want to have 50 margin calls. I want the robot to buy for me 50 times. Okay? I want the robot to buy for me 50 times. What are you going to do? You are just going to multiply the 15 margin calls, the 50 margin calls that you want to buy, the 50 margin calls divided by the 38% you want to cover. Okay? You want to cover. What are we looking for? We want to get the margin call drop. We want to get the margin call drop. What is a margin call drop? Margin call, that is the percentage you want this coin to drop down. Meaning, if I have bought it from here, and it doesn't go straight upwards and then it goes down, that the percentage I want it to drop and then I buy another time. The percentage I want to drop and I buy another, the percentage I want to drop and then I buy another time. Okay? So that is the margin call drop. The percentage you want the trade to drop and then you buy another time. Now, what do? What you are going to do is to get the 50 margin calls, divide by the 38, divide by the 38%. What is it going to give you? It means all the other margin calls, you are going to be giving them, you are going to give it a drop of 1.3. You are going to be looking at a drop of 1.3. 1.3, it buys. 1.3, it buys. 1.3, it buys. 1.3, it buys. And another thing you have to do, after this, we are going to set a strategy for a 1,000 capital. Okay. Another thing you are going to do is we have gotten to understand 1.3 times 50, it will give us 38%. But remember, we are having $800. If you are having $800, when we divide it by the 50 margin calls, it means we are going to be buying each margin call. Each margin call we are going to be buying using $16. I have $800,000. I mean $800. I want 50 margin calls, which means each and every margin call it will be buying using $16. And the margin call drop, it is going to be 1.3%. Okay, it's going to be 1.3%. So if it is 1.3% from the 50th margin call to the 50th margin call, it's going to be 1.3, 1.3, 1.3, 1.3. Buying using $16, $16, $16. You will be seeing the robot buying almost every time. You'll be seeing your robot selling all the time, and you will not be scared of what if the market drops. So the profits that it is going to be making with the $16, it is going to be a little bit minus 0.2, 0.1, 0.30. But if it sells like 10, for example, if it is giving you, for example, if it is giving you a 0.1 and then it sells times 50 times in a day, you'll have made $5. You'll have made $5. What if it sells? It can sell for more. Or what if it is giving you 0.2 times 50 times in a day? That will be $10. If you are having a 1,000 and that is your capital, and then you are making a $10 on a daily basis times the 30 days, you will have made $300. $300 if you are a Ugandan times the 3,750, that is the rate. That is a 1.1 million to 1.1 million Uganda shillings. That is good money, and that is around 30%. It means you have made a 30% of your capital. You have made a 30% of your capital in a month. In a month. Isn't that a good business? Isn't that a good business? It is, to me, a business which can give you 30% in a month. While you are doing the work at peace, you are not scared of rent, you are not scared of very many other factors. This is a good business, 30%. Let me first see if people are following. Please, when you go, if you have understood what I am talking about, dividing your capital. If you have understood what I am saying, please go to the chat room and then write for me a 2, because at least we wrote a 1. Go to the chat room and write for me a 2. Write for me a 2 if you have understood what I have said, how to divide your capital. How you can divide your capital and then you are at Becca, unmute yourself and then ask, then I can as well go. I can continue. Becca, unmute or write it in the chat. Becca, you have a question, unmute yourself or go to the chat room and then you ask. Daniel says, I don't understand. How much capital do you have? Daniel James.
Madam Harriet, hello.
Yes, is this Becca?
Yes, please.
Okay, I am reading your question. This money which we use to open the trade, is it the one which is used for the 4 margin calls? The money which we use to open the trade, is it the one? I've not understood you very well. Good enough, you are unmuted. Please ask. Becca.
Okay, Madam.
Yes.
What about the former calls, right?
I beg your pardon?
You talked about the 4 margin calls.
Yes, please.
The money we start the trade with, you said we start with 200 to open that trade.
Yes.
Is it the one which is subdivided into 4 to make 200?
Yes.
It is. And then
yes.
after you go to the first buy-in amount and you put the 15, as you said, for 38, yes. For the 38?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Hoping everyone has understood. So we always want expose 20% of your capital in the first 4 margin calls. Then the 80% can be can be in the 38% of the margin calls, which is 50th, 60th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and so on. All even. There are people who say, for me, my strategy, I use double wrap strategy. The double wrap strategy, for it, you widen the margin. Okay, let me talk about it. Now, I've been talking about someone who is going to buy very many margin calls. But again, you can buy a few margin calls, but when they can cater for the 38%, you can say 38% is what I want, but I want only 12 margin calls. If you want only 12 margin calls, meaning each and every call is going to be bought at 3.16% after the trade has dropped by 3.1%. By the time the 12 margin calls are done, you will have made your 38%. You'll have made your 38%. So the other very many margin calls, I have said you can put that one when you want to be buying almost every time. There are people who say, now when I put 3.1%, the robot will take so long. It takes so long without buying. It will take so long. By the time the trade drops by 3.1%, it will be so long. Yet someone who has put 1.3, this person has bought like 3 times. When you is waiting for the 3% drop, you have not yet bought anything. Okay? I don't know whether what I am saying is understandable. If it is not understandable, please go to the chat room and then ask. I don't want to go to another thing before people understand what I am saying. I don't want to go to another thing before people understand what I am saying. Okay, Sero Yugi says, I had just joined. Repeat for me. Daniel says, I don't understand. Please, what don't you understand? Please be specific that what you have not understood. Is it dividing your capital? Is it dividing the percentages? What have you not understood so that I can repeat? And then Sero Yuji says, no, I have just joined. Joined what? Joined the meeting or joined the business? Please be specific so that I answer you rightly according to what you want to know from me.
Good morning, ma. I don't understand dividing of the capital.
Dividing the capital is saying I don't know how to divide the capital. How much capital do you have, Cyril?
$55.
You have how much?
$55.
$5?
$55.
$55. Oh my God, that is good capital. You have started. You have started. You know, we always say start with what you have. Start with what you have, but $55. There is no way how we are going to divide it into 38% drop, please. There is no way how we are going to divide that one, please. For you is having $55, please, you keep on buying using the $55 and be patient for the market to sell, to the market to move up, and then it sells. Then you put in another trade. But 55, there is no way how I'm going to divide it into 12 margin calls. How? There is no way. There is no way. So what I am talking about, dividing your capital, we can start from at least if you are having $100, you can divide, and then the robot is buying with $10. Yes, the robot, when the robot is buying with $10. Someone who is having $200, you can have some margin calls when the robot is buying using $20 or $16, or it can be $10 or $15, and then you have some margin calls, but when they are not so many, okay? So someone who can have a number of margin calls, a good number of margin calls, you must be having at least $500 and above. But it doesn't mean that the one who is having less than $500 will not trade. Yes, everyone will trade, but you will just have to be a bit patient. Okay, someone has said, I have $100. How should I divide the capital? Your first buying amount should be $15. You is having, so let me look at two people. Someone is saying, I have $100, and then another says, I have $300. Let's look at those ones. First and foremost, first know how much percentage you want to cater for. You is having $100. There is no way how you are going to cater for that, or there is no way how you are going to cater for 40% drop. That one, please. There is no way. There is no way, please. There is no way. So, but again, for someone who is having $200, you can as well divide it into 12 margin calls. 12 margin calls, whereby it is buying with $16, okay? It's buying with $16, okay? 12 margin calls, and at what do you want? You want to cater for 30%. 30% divided by the 12 margin calls, which means each and every margin call drop is going to be at 2.5%. By the time the 12 margin calls are done, you have catered for 30%. The robot is buying with $16, okay? The robot is buying with $16. 2.5% is your margin call drop. That is someone with $200. Someone who is having $300, you said you want to cater for, you want to cater for 30%. Yes, 30% of $300. No, what have I done? You have $300, okay? You want to have 15 margin calls, okay? You want to have 15 margin calls. If you want to have 15 margin calls, then you are going to be buying using the $20 each and every margin call. You are going to be using $20, okay? And now the $20, if you divide it by the 30% you want to cater for, each and every margin call, it is going to be by 0.6%. 0.6%. By the time you finish buying the 20 margin calls, you have a drop of 30%. I don't know whether you understand what I am saying. Let me go back to the chat room. I know these things, calculations, sometimes they are a little bit difficult. Please let me know if you have understood me. Have you understood me? If you have not understood, please let me know. I want us to go and see how to set your.
It's Daniel. I've understood you, ma.
I beg your pardon?
I've understood you, ma.
You have understood me. Okay, that is
Yes.
good. That is good. He has understood. James, Daniel James. Daniel James, where are you from?
From Nigeria.
Oh, you are from Nigeria. Happy to have you on this Zoom call. Okay.
Welcome.
So let me see another person. Successman, I think I have responded to you. I don't know whether you have understood how you can divide your capital.
Hello, Madam Harriet.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't need to talk. I think I should give room for new member. Because me, I understand the calculation and all those things. So James is my downline. I said I don't need to ask any question. I understand it perfectly. I know how to do the calculation. James is my downline.
Okay, please, no problem, no problem. Thank you. You people, if you have a question, please ask before I go to the royal queue. I want to go to the royal queue. Noah says he has understood. Then Sero Yuji says yes, thank you, and then Becky says yes. So if you have understood now, let's go to the application. Let's go to the application. Let's go to the application. How do you set, having known that you're having $1,000 and you have divided it and now you know what you are going to be putting, how do you set your own strategy such that you don't need to do the settings on a daily basis? Every time there is a trade, where do you have to go when you open your application like this? You go here. Let me change the color. Always come here on mine. Okay, come to mine. When you come to mine, click there. When you click there, you move down until when you reach my strategy settings. My strategy settings. Now, my strategy settings, I can as well just say my strategy setting. It is there. I click on it. After I have clicked on it, I have very many strategies. Me, myself, I have very many strategies, but let me first delete all of them and then we put new ones. I'm going to take an example that I am having my 1,000. Now, if you have never set a strategy, this is how the My Strategy Settings page is going to be looking like. Now, the first thing you have to do is to click on Add It Now. When you click on Add It Now, it's going to bring for you these things. The things that it is going to give you, there is the risk type, there is the remark, there is the first buying amount, the open, double, position, AI, margin call, all these things. So what are you going to do? First of all, the risk type, you can choose what you want, but it is okay to stay in radical or steady. Conservative, it is for the big, for the big money, for people with too much money. So you can either choose, for me, I always want radical. For me, I want radical. Then after that one, or even you can say I can be in steady. So you can have the two. You can have the two, steady or radical. And then after that remark, you can as well say my remark. But it is optional. You can say I have my $1,000. That is the money that I am having. And we said, remember when you said when you are having, we want to expose $200 in the first 4 margin calls. Now for me, I can as well decide that my first buying amount, I'm going to buy using $100. Why am I this time saying let me use $100? Because these days, because the market has started picking up, there are trades that you are going to put in and then it doesn't go down to buy any margin call. So if you leave it at 10 with the $50, it will go with only $50. So I can say I am putting $100, and then the other 100, I'm going to put it in the 4 margin calls. I'm going to put it in the 4 margin calls. Then what am I going to do? The next thing is switch off the AI margin call. What do I want? The 7 are the margin calls. I said I want 50. I want 50. So, and I say these days our take profit is a bit okay. I can leave it at 3%. I can leave it at 3%. Then the whole position take profit fall back. Always leave it at 0.01. Now, what does that mean? I know we have explained about that every now and then, but let me explain it again. If I bought a trade from here and I want to sell it from here, so it has maybe I put my 3%. When the trade hits my take profit price, the robot is not going to sell there and then. It has to wait to see, is the trade still going up or it has ended there, it is coming down. It has to wait. So when it is waiting, if it came to where my 3% is and then it goes up, when it stops somewhere, when it is coming down, this is the 0.01. We don't want it to go down so low in order to sell. So that's why if the trade came here and then it went through and then it on coming back, it sold, that's when you are going to find you put 3%, but it sold at 3.2%, or it sold at 3.125%. And again, if it, as it hit the take profit here, it didn't proceed, it just came down. So as it is coming down, the robot has to wait for only a 0.01 and then it sells. That's why you can find, if you had set a 3% and then you find when it sold at a 2.95% or at a 2.8%. Or even sometimes as the take profit price is hit, the robot looks for who is to buy at that exact price, and it fails to get someone who is to buy at that very price where your 3% is. So it has to wait and see if the trade is still going up, the nearest customer there, it sells. Or if it is coming down, the nearest customer, it sells. So that is the take profit call back. So we don't want the take profit call back to be so big. So if you leave the default one, 0.3, that is big money. That is big money. If you were to make $10, and now this one, it takes, the callback takes away 0.3, it means you are going to make a $9.7, 0.3, that is big money. So that's why we leave it at 0.01. Then another thing, you got the margin configuration. The margin configuration, we said, let it be 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Inside the first margin calls, let them be 0.5, or even you can say, I want to put them at 0.3. You want it to buy very fast, 0.3. I want it to buy so fast. So let it be 0.3, 0.2, 0.5. Don't put it at 0.1. When you put it at 0.1, all your money will be depleted in just seconds, okay? So the fifth one, remember we said with our settings, it is 1.3. It's 1.3. So you set 1.3, 1.3, 1.3 until when you reach the 50th margin call. 1.3, you can say I am putting 1.3 all through, or even you can say I am putting 1.3 for the next 20 margin calls. Then the other 30 margin calls, I'm going to divide how much percentage will I have remained with, and then I divide it like that. But again, for me, I like to make it the same all through in order for my people not to be disturbed by calculating again and again and again and again and again and again. Okay, But again, as the market gets sweet, you people at some point we are going to come back and then we say, please stop putting those small buys buying when they are at $16. We are about to tell you that stop that. Let's put bigger amounts, whereby each and every margin call it buys with $100, with the $200 in order for you to maximize the money that you are having. So this one, I am putting it for you just in case the trade goes against you and then it goes down for a very big percentage. I may not put each and everything here and then I finish it up, but again, I have given you a samples, 1.3, 1.3, 1.3%, 1.3% until when you finish it all, okay? Then the next thing you have to do, you come to the right-hand side. Remember we said my first buying amount is $100. Where is my calculator? I want to divide my 200 divided by the 4. No, I've remained with $100. Remember, my first 100 is my first buying amount. So I have remained with $100 and I want to divide it into 4 margin calls, meaning I'm going to buy with 25%. I mean with the $25. So 100 divided by 20, 25 divided by 100, I want to get the percentage, the multiple buying ratio. It is going to be 0.25. 0.25 means it is a quarter of 100. I have divided my $100 into 4 margin calls. I don't know whether you have understood that. I will also give you another alternative where you can do this to mean $25. If you don't want to calculate so much, after you have set the trade and it has bought using the $100, you can come back and edit the first buying amount and put there the amount of money that you want it to be using to buy. But for me, who doesn't want to come back and then change, or even someone can as well forget to come back and change. So what I do, I just calculate. Now we said the 50th margin call up to the 60th, up to the 50th, we are going to be using $16, 16.6 divided by $100, meaning we are going to be putting 0.166, meaning $16. 0.166. I don't know whether I'm not complicating each and everything. 0.16 meaning $16. 0.16. 0.16 of $100, which is our first buy in amount. That is if you don't want to come back and you change, okay? $0.16, and so on and so forth. That is if you are to put the same amount all through. If you have finished and you have finished each and everything, you take your time and come up with your strategy, because when you come up with it, the next time you are going to trade, it will not disturb you. After you have done each and everything, then you confirm. After you have confirmed, then the next thing you are going to go to is the buy-in callback. What is a buy-in callback? A buy-in callback is like this. I started the trade here, and now I said at 1.3% buy. And now the trader has moved that it has reached at 1.3%. The robot is not going to buy exactly here. It has to wait. It wants to, is it still going down so that I buy at a slightly low, a cheaper price? So if it has hit here and then it is still going down, so it has to wait for the percentage you'll put here in order to buy. Or even if it has reached here and then it is not dropping again, If it is not dropping again, then it will not buy, then it will buy from here. But mostly when it is dropping, it doesn't buy exactly from here. It has to give a benefit of doubt. If it is still going down, then it buys at a lower price. So what percentage will it buy while dropping down from the trigger price hit area is what you are going to put here. So it is good to put there 0.3. For me, I put 0.3. 0.5 is too much. 0.5 is it's too much. I put a 0.3. Then it distributed take profit. Distributed take profit. We leave it at 1.3%. We leave it at 1.3%, and then that one we don't disturb it. Then you got take profit call back again when selling these other margin calls. When it is hit, it has to wait for that call back. Every time there is a buying or there is a sell, we always have to have that call back. So then from there, you go to the strategy period, change it to one shot. You people, we shall tell you when to trade in cycle, but for now we are trading in one shot. After that, you save and then you confirm. Buying callback is higher. Oh, so it says it is higher, and then I put it at 1. I save. So the buy-in callback shouldn't be higher than the take profit of the sub-bin mod margin calls. Now, friends, look here. Now I have my strategy. It is here. I have put it there. It is there. I have set it. So every time I am going to go for a trade, I don't need to go and set the 1.3, 0.5, 2.5, what. I don't need to do that again. I have my strategy. Now, where is my strategy? It is here. Where is my strategy? It is in my strategy settings. Now, if they have given us a trade, what am I supposed to do? For example, they have told us, please go and trade ATA. What am I going to do? As soon as I click ATA, okay? As soon as I click ATA, I go to create. I click Martingale strategy. I click create. I click on this next. I know now with these ones we are very familiar. Then the next thing, I click on trade settings. When I click on trade settings, instead of putting the settings here and I put other things, I just have to go here. I just come here, choose a strategy setting. Okay, so when I click on choose a strategy setting, it is going to take me to my strategy settings that I put, the strategy that I put. So if it takes me here, then I click anywhere where my strategy is, and then meaning my strategy has come in. Okay, my strategy has come in, and then you see my margin calls. My margin calls is 50, and then my take profit I put 3, and then the other settings we can see. Let me see in the margin configuration. Remember what I put there? The 0.3, the 1.3, the 0.16. After that, I confirm. I just confirm. After I have confirmed, I save. After saving, I confirm. After that, the next thing, the AI margin call is not on. Yes, should be off. Then before you start the trade, please go and check your strategy mode, okay? Go and check your strategy mode. And then when you check your strategy mode, please put the sub-bin mode real-time settlement if you want your other margin calls to be sold alone. You don't want each and everything to be sold all at once, okay? Then after that, you confirm. After that, you start your trade. You start your trade. Have we understood that one? If you have understood, please go to the chat room and let me know. Or if you have not understood, I can as well say it again. I'm waiting for you to let me know if you have understood it. Someone says, why did you put 50 margin calls? I want to cater for at least 40%, just in case this trade doesn't go my way. Just in case I want the trade to go up and at some point it first goes down. So when it goes down, I want the robot to be buying again and again. The trade can go down by 40%, it can go down by 30%, it can go down by 25%. So if I set my 50 margin calls and they are to cover for the 30%, it means even if it goes down by 30%, for me, my robot will still be having money to buy because I budgeted for it. I don't know whether Cero, I don't know whether you have understood what I'm saying. Sophie says not yet. Now, what is not yet? I don't know what you have not understood and what you have understood. I think you came in a bit late. Please
Madam Harriet.
Understood.
Madam Harriet.
Yes, please.
I want to understand something.
Yes, please.
The times, where you put the times. The first four you said 0.25. And fifth you said 0.16. And you, isn't it like, how can I explain it in English? I thought,
yes,
if my first buying amount is $15, I am supposed to put one time, like it buys 15 one time. But I see it is in points, it has points. How come? I don't understand. Please enlighten me.
Oh, now for me, for my first buying amount is 100.
Okay.
Yes, my first buying amount is 100.
But
so
it is buying 0.25 times.
0.25. Remember, I said, look here. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Remember, I said I have $200 that I want to use to buy. I don't know whether the music in the background is not disturbing my audience so much. You let
No,
me know
I hear you.
If it is disturbing, you can let me know and I move to a more quiet place. Okay.
We hear you.
Okay. I was saying I have $200.
Yes.
The $200, they are the ones that I want to cater for my first buying amount with the first margin call, second margin call, third and fourth.
Yes.
And then you can decide to say, I am putting 50 here, 50 here, 50 here, 50 here, and 50 here. Okay? But again, someone can as well say, if I put in a trade with $50 and it just doesn't drop down to buy, and then it just goes up, it will go with only $50. And then I say, okay, what if I say my first buying amount? What if I say my first buying amount, I give it 100, then the other 100, I divide it in the first call, second, third, and fourth. Meaning here, I'll put $25, here $25, here $25, and here $25. Have you understood me?
Yes, please.
So $25, that is the 0.25 of 100.
Okay.
If that calculation is very difficult for you, so what you do, you put your first buying amount as $100. As soon as it buys, you come back and change to put at the figure that you want the robot to buy with.
Oh, okay. Now I've understood.
For me, I don't want to come back and then edit because I might forget. and then it buys using $100 all through. So what I do, I divide $100 into 4. The remaining $100, I divide it into 4. This is 25, this is 50, 75, and 100. So that's why I put 0.25. Now, again, you were asking, then how about the 1.0, the 0.16? 100. Remember, we said when we said we are going to buy our 50 margin calls at 1.3% to cater for the 38%, we saw that we have to buy using $16. So $16, $16. If I have put my first buying amount is 100, I don't want to go back and edit. $16 over 100, it will give me 0.163. That's what it means. Because my first buying amount is 100, but I want this margin calls, I want this robot to be buying using $16. I have not edited my first buying amount. I have left it 100, but I have instructed the robot to buy 0.16 of 100, meaning it will buy using $16.
So this $16 will cover for the $800 which is remaining.
Yes.
For the 50 margin calls.
Yes, which can cover 38%. But again, you can do some editing here and there according to how you are seeing your trade is moving.
Okay.
Yes, at times you can as well see that I put in this trade, but I think it is not moving so fast. It is not going to go down so fast. So what you can do, you can either do some editing here and there in order for it to use more money, or it can as well stay reusing that small amount of money so that you don't get in panic when in case the trade goes down so low and then your money is finished.
And then what about the 38 margin calls you had talked about? What is the first buy-in amount after the 4 margin calls?
No, the 38 part, remember we said we want to cater for it. We want to cater for a trade. In our trade with $1,000, we want to cater for 40%. And then I said in the first 4 margin calls, if you have given them 0.5, 0.5, 4 of them, there will be 2%, right? So the $800, it is the one which we are going to put in the 38%. 38 plus the first 4 margin calls, you get a 40%.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Harriet. Understood very well.
Someone might be there saying, these things need a lot of calculations. I will not manage those things. No, you don't need to panic. You don't need to panic. It is very possible. I'm someone who failed mathematics, but when it comes to money, I can calculate. You can also learn. You will learn how to calculate this mathematics. Only you just need to practice again and again and again. Let me see if I have another question. Sarah says, all right. Sophie, please tell me not yet. What not yet did you mean? Another person, please. If you have a question, please ask before I go away. I'm going to repeat the last time. They have put a signal and then you have your strategy in what you have to do. If you don't have a question, let me just go there and then we see they have given a signal. They have given a signal, let us say. They have told us now this time round to trade. They have told us to trade dash. I just go to dash. I go to dash. I click create. I click Martingale strategy board. I click create. I click on this next, which is down here. And then I go to trade settings. When I go to trade settings, I have to change and go to manually create. Don't be at smart create. Manually create. And then before I do any other thing, I choose a strategy. I choose When I click there, it will take me to my strategy that I set. I click on it. After clicking on it, then it will give me what I want. Why is this one saying sale of mine is supposed to be 100? So after you have done the editing, the 50 margin calls, yes, they are there. What is next? Everything is set. What do you have to do? Save. After save, you confirm. After confirming, you can start your trade. As simple as that. So instead of wasting time and then you are editing and then writing 3%, 2.1, calculating this and that, you do it all at once and you are rest assured that it will always take you a few seconds, even if you are busy at work. You just take a few seconds, you put in your strategy, and then a trade starts run. Thank you so much for listening to me. I think that is that for today. Unless if someone has a burning question, you can ask, and then I respond before I close off this. Sophie says, understood. Okay, that is good. Rebecca says, thank you, madam. Okay, you're welcome. Who else? If we don't have more questions and more concerns, we can call it a day. Then we meet again tomorrow. Thank you so much, API Salme, for being here. Ariel B, Juliet, Rebecca, Daniel James from Nigeria, Eddie, the usual one, Haggard, iPhone, Judith, Margaret K, Noah. I see Prince Francis, then Sam Peters, and then Cero, Eugene. And then I have also William Turinawe. Thank you so much for attending this Zoom call. Let's meet again tomorrow. Have a blessed Friday. For the Muslims, let's go for the Juma prayers.